One of the new areas of the most recent patch, Elkins Family Clinic. Now, normally the threat value wouldn't be this high, but I'm just using an older save. Let's go and check this out. Well, using the revolver would give the wrong impression of what kind of place this is, so we'll just go ahead and bring a couple axes. Just maybe some shanks. I don't know what we'll be facing here, so let's go ahead and bring a full stack of lockpicks and a bolt cutter. That should be fine. Let's go and just take a first look at what this place is like. There's a lot of stuff in the new patch, and I'm not thrilled with them, but I understand they want to go with their vision. Alright, so down here you see this is an overheat icon. That's one of the curveball events that they have put in. It's Texas, it's always going to be hot, even in October. Messy scribbles cover the back of an otherwise innocuous monthly newsletter. Legible notes read, "There's no effective treatment. Nothing. I can't let them out. I have to keep going." Alright, I see a sleeper on the right and a walker on the left. I guess we don't have to use a shank on this one. We could probably just lure him away and then use the axe on him in a little bit here. Assuming they don't just randomly turn around. Sometimes they do. I've shown that off a couple times. Sometimes there's a zombie in the side rooms. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one. It might wake up the one on the right. I don't care that much. I still got time to loot this. Let's take a look. It would be 2 pieces of metal. Now remember that the loot has been randomized greatly. However, that one's probably going to be regularly something like 2 pieces of metal if it follows the old loot tables, which it might not. Before I had done my stream, which was before it ever became early access, I went through and I digested basically every container multiple times to figure out what those tables actually were. It's too... Oh, okay, yeah, they did mention they became ragdolls now. There's another sleeper right there. I'm assuming this is just the rear exit. Fastener, tape, bottled water, and fabric. One of the changes did say that cooking may not require bottled water anymore until a later curveball event. That's when water shuts down. Yeah, that actually helps out a bit. However, they did nerf food yet again. Remember that even before early access, they nerfed food. That means that most players would never have noticed. But then they nerfed it again for this patch. Take the screwdriver. I'm not really interested in the loot because this is just an older save. Oh yeah, the ones that look down don't actually see you. I like the new outfit, though. Might be one on the other side of this door. We'll see. Running through doors now knocks them open. Okay, it's just a sentry. She didn't even hear the axe. Let's see if I still get the sprint ambush kill. Yep. Running through doors will damage you and possibly cause you an injury. My characters are also in overheat state. That's the event down there. I'll show you in a second. You can no longer use medical items or food and stuff. I guess that's something that they thought was a bug. But let's take a look at the overheating syndrome. The temperature has boiled over so far that it's dangerous to go out in the daytime. Scavenging during the day will have serious side effects. Last 6 phases. I have no idea what those side effects are yet. This is my first scavenging mission. I went to a previous area that I had already used the telescope, but I was not able to unlock this region, so I just moved into the shelter that had it. Because moving into shelter gives you those viewpoints. Neat handwriting describes this nurse's last day at work. Dr. Elkins has asked us all to stay. Even though he cannot pay us for our work, we are still medical practitioners, and the people of Walton need us. Out of the random events I've had, I think they were all negative, aside from one positive event. I don't know why I closed that. The one positive event was Walton City will never die, morale up. But everything else was like, This place is crowded. Morale down. Now, that being said, this is a safe file with all the survivors, and the developers don't want you to do that. They don't want you to play that way. They want you to make hard decisions. Well, here's what's going to happen. Everybody's just going to go with Joe and Barb. That's what I predict. And then they're going to nerf them too. That's... Oh, thanks. I'm not entirely sure I remember what the button for dodging is. Is it Q? Yes. Only half of these notes are legible, but the words visible through the bloodstains are enough to turn anyone's stomach. Hensley and Fleming, infected day 1. Williams, infected day 2. Bunn, infected day 3. Now we wait. Okay. Interesting. Is he going to dive over this? He doesn't look aggravated enough to do that. But I like that they did alert him. That was kind of cool. Thought that was a key at first. I don't really need these. I'm just pretending to loot. Well, there was a scalpel. We can take that. Yeah, we'll just throw it away. It's fine. I really don't need them. If I were going to play again, obviously I'd start over. Just so we can show off things like the pipe bomb, which was added. I'm waiting to see if this dude turns at all. I'm assuming he does. He'll probably turn when I start walking in. I bet that thing's going to actually alert him. I bet that's what's going to happen. We could switch to the other axe, I suppose. It should be fine. This is yellow. So I bet this will alert him. Oh, lame. Jeez. Okay. Well, whatever. I assume there's nothing that's out this direction. I guess there's a little ledge. But we've been out that way, right? Yeah. Well, I'll showcase the running through the door animation. I might wake the zombie in the other room, but that's fine. That's all that happens. Did not wake that one up. Now, you do take some damage. I didn't actually notice how much damage I took, but you are supposed to take damage. Let's see if either of these guys wake up. In the bag, it looks like a briefcase to me. We get a firearm part, and what is this? A pebble. New throwable object. Guess we can try that in the next new unlock. That's not a good camera angle. I can't see your character climb over. Not that anything's going to happen to you, but it's just a couple seconds of waiting there, seeing nothing. While editing that footage, I noticed that I did not read this because I was distracted with fighting that guy over there. So let's take a look. Various documents and medical notes lie strewn across the floor. I asked them to lock themselves inside the cages, as a test, for security purposes. They understood, but they stopped understanding when I refused to let them out. Okay. Okay, the previous area was Elkins Family Clinic, and technically you could discover it by either Fitzgerald House or Millwood Manor. I can only tell because it said New Viewpoint or whatever. As for the Indigo Rose, you can discover it by the Galaxy Zone Arcade, RMK Communications, or Vivaldi's. There's another place that I yet haven't discovered, and if the previous area was anything to go by, I can't actually use these new locations discoverable to access telescopes I've already done. However, this does have a new locations discoverable, so I bet that's the third area, because it's in this area, in this region. So let's go and hit the Indigo Rose with Joe now. I'm going to bring a gun this time. And, yeah, let's take some heavy weapons. Alright. Bunch of revolver ammo. This is what I have Barb doing. You know what? We haven't done these pebbles yet. Silent distractions? Sure, okay. We're probably not going to stay here long enough for the water filter to be made, but I'm just getting my guys through the motions anyways. I feel like this would be a place with, what do you call it, those buttless chaps? You'd use another word, really. Chances are I kind of need him to go on through. And zombies do wake up if you're there for a while, but we'll say it's about 2 minutes. But when they wake up, they're aggravated. Let's go ahead and shut you out. In contestant number 1, we have coffee. Again, I don't actually need any of this stuff here. I just pick it up because that's what you do in these scavenging games. But other than the next and third area we'd unlock, we probably won't be using the save file any further. I still feel like you should be able to peek through a door that has a blockade on it. Okay. Was that a zombie on the bed? I mean, I assume it is not an actual zombie, but let's find out. Okay, it didn't move. That's fine. I wasn't really worried he was going to get up because he didn't get up from the pipe. Oh, that one caught me off guard. So let's go ahead and switch over to the rock. How does this work? Okay. Since it says it's silent, I'm guessing you throw this and hit someone that you want to isolate without making any sounds to attract the others. Wait for her to calm down. So I don't know how many zombies are inside. I'm not worried because I brought like 40 revolver bullets. That's more bullets than there are zombies, and a revolver can kill 2 easy. But I at least want to approach to some level of decorum. I don't think I'll get to her in time, so let's hop back out. The climbing the whole windowsill thing takes way too long to catch up to anybody. That one that's beneath the fire escape doesn't look like he's moving anytime soon, so I'll probably have to shake him up a little bit. He'll probably stir once I hit this lead pipe. Oh, there's that one. I was ready for your no hit shenanigans, or no hit animation. Let's see what's on top before we peek around any further. Oh, looks like someone broke through the door, anyways. The new location is called Stanton Son Meats, a cut above the rest. Yeah, I figured there'd be a zombie out here. Did I bring anything for silent killing? Nope, I just brought a bunch of loud weapons because it'd be funnier that way. Okay, well, I guess there's a survivor in there. Alright, this is not good. Can't jump up, so I guess we're fighting here. Okay, apparently we did not start with the gun loaded. Be gone! It's been about a month since I played. You really have to start with your gun not loaded? Really? Whatever. Oh, wait, I bet that's because I equipped the rock. Isn't that it? That's why, right? Yeah. Whatever, game. Some food, herb. This just goes to the street, doesn't it? Yeah. I wonder if I take damage for trying to bash open this door. Let's try. Yep. You can probably kill yourself by bashing doors. But yeah, I did try jumping up. It was not letting me. I was expecting a zombie in that room. Surprisingly, the revolver did not disturb all the ones on the main street. Some wallets, but there's still no trading as far as I know. I just want to see what's in here. Nothing. Apparently they never broke through. Someone's mad. I wonder if I can crush that one with the ladder. I doubt it. But if you start topping out, I'll lower the ladder. I think that's just a gimmick in the Walton and Sons or whatever hardware store, Griffith and Sons. I don't think it's an actual mechanic. But we'll wait to see if that zombie comes back out. Okay, there's two in there. Peekaboo. Oh, come on. Nope, that's the end of the map. I wasn't sure if that was a building or anything we could interact with. Must be, yeah, there's a zombie on the other side trying to break down this barricaded door. And we can't do anything with this, yes? Yeah, that's no longer a function. That's fine, to a degree. Without the chair, the door is suddenly weak. Oh no! All right. Let's see if there's actually a survivor in that room. Maybe not. Oh, it's just this. For some reason, I was thinking there was a room between here and the outside, but no, that's the outside area where I was trying to bash down that door. Okay, then we have completely explored this whole place. Not quite as delicately as I would have liked, but that's what you get when you bring lead pipes and revolvers. It doesn't surprise me. I just thought I'd shake things up a bit since we went stealth mode last round. Let's see if we can go straight to that other place. So here's an example of the curveball they call it. It's just a random event. This is maybe my 5th or so curveball, and all of them have been bad, other than one, which was morale up. Sickness. We're all packed in the same space, sharing equipment, and breathing the same air. No wonder disease spreads quickly. All survivors gain the influenza state, which is when influenza takes hold, even basic tasks feel like a struggle. Lose extra rest when using shelter stations besides the rest area, treated by taking medicine. Last 6 phases. Yeah, none of that really bothers me because that's what medicine's for. You never really use it otherwise. And we can actually reach this next area, but we won't send Joe. So let me treat some people and we'll get right to that. The Stanton Son Meats can be accessed by looking at Briarwood Motel, the Indigo Rose, or the Styx Arcade. Those are the only areas with a viewpoint that reaches it. I know the Bloomingburg book is right next to it, but that one did not say it had any telescopes next to it. Maybe the telescope's pointing in this direction. Whatever the case is, it did not have that indicator. Let's check out Stanton Son's Meat. A cut above the rest. Apparently it's a shelter, so yeah, I guess you don't have to go to Fitzgerald House anymore. It only has one bed available, though. Isabel apparently is overburdened. Let's go and pack a couple lighter things this time. How about some combat knives and an axe? Yeah, how about that? That looks good. And we'll need lockpicks, bolt cutter. How about some bottles just in case this time? Yeah, I mean, I can understand that they want you to have these horrible decisions to make in a zombie apocalypse. But here's the thing. Zombie games have been around forever. Players have been seeing these decisions for all eternity, and party member decisions is nothing. That's been basically a requirement of every RPG since SNES days. I want to see if this guy turns while I'm yapping. people are just gonna say, okay, yeah, I'm not taking you along. We're just gonna go with my favorites. He does turn. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, apparently they never did fix the door thing, so let's go ahead and hit escape. Get that opened. There are a couple things I noticed they never fixed as well. Let's see what's here real quick. Another pebble and some fuel. I don't think they added anything for fuel yet. In the patch notes, they did say that human scavengers won't appear until Phase 5. I like some of the UI changes. I don't like the new color of blue that is there to indicate good morale, rest, or food. It looks kind of, I don't know, dirty water rather than nice and healthy. But I don't know if it was always this case, but you can actually click on the faces here now that they show the needs. Yeah, I thought I heard a footstep. Do you just turn? Are you not a patrol person? I guess not. Okay, well, they didn't alert her, but I kind of like that. I still get the weird fuzzy artifacts that happen sometimes. I was expecting... Okay, there was one. I was expecting another zombie in that room, actually. I don't know, I guess I've just gotten used to the way they put spawn mechanisms around. Like, I feel there should be a zombie in this room, but I don't see... There's one. Okay. Alright, so let's get this one starting to patrol now that we've kind of secured the top. I'm assuming that if I throw the bottle, they still have not changed it, where this is kind of another plane of existence. So let's go and throw the bottle. It's probably going to shatter against an invisible wall right here. Oh, no, it did. Did it stir her? No, she didn't care. So she didn't hear that sound at all, I don't think. Let's throw another one. Yeah, she doesn't care. Alright, now that she's patrolling, she'll be a bit more of a wild card, and she might catch us unawares because I left that door open. But let's just leave her alone, and it'll add some excitement to our lives. I was expecting a zombie to be hidden under this tarp or bag, but it's just a bag. Okay, we got a standing zombie on the left. I wonder if this is a sleeping zombie, so what we're going to do is I'm going to pick a louder weapon this time. It is not a sleeping zombie. Okay, apparently that is not something worth searching. And can you... No, that's... I was wondering if you could stand on that pavilion. I don't know what it's called. I heard the footsteps. I thought they were getting closer, but then I heard the little whine of the alarm or siren that tells you a zombie spots you. So I knew it had to be moving left. Though you have no way of seeing it. That's something that the developers still have no interest in working on. Okay. This was the patrolman, so where did that one come from? Was it the bottle as well? Maybe she was one of the sleep... Maybe it was one of the sleeping zombies in the area. Alright, whatever. I still feel that there's no reason a zombie should be able to see better than you can. I was waiting for them to screw me again by having a zombie up here. Can I climb down this ladder? Yep. I just wanted to finish searching the upstairs before I tried the ladder. Let's peek out this door first. There's nothing, so we can use this axe. And he's down. Okay. I was walking because I was kind of hoping a zombie would burst out of this meat locker or something, but nothing. Oh! They emerged from this gate at some point. Maybe because of the bottle. Okay, well, all threats clear, I could move in, but I still hear the gasping of a zombie. I still hear it. But whatever. Okay, guess someone did not quite make that jump there. I hear the machine gun fire. That's pretty cool. Wish we could get one of those. Let's try moving in and checking it out. Let's go ahead and move over there. I have received some comments actually in the previous where people insist that they didn't get everything. I don't know. My experience has always been I got everything. I've even verified multiple times that the locked safe, I get everything in it. Let's check out what this place looks like. One of the changes is that the exploration board starts off with only letting you send one person out, but you have to get an upgrade to send more people out. So I don't know if there's a level 3 version. We could try. This place is a water collector. I like that they boarded it up. Because I always like these little touches that they do. However, I would like being able to build our own base more. Oh, there's also a garden that we ran past earlier. Okay. Let's go ahead and just end our turn randomly and see if there's more than the one. There's a hold to cancel button, which appears no matter what you're doing, if you're just controlling a character walking around. Is there a level 3? Yes, there is a level 3 at least. I was trying to get the information, but I counted as a double click. Okay. Oh, is this... Wait, is this like one-time use or something? Because we built that, did we not? Let's take a look real quick at our inventory. I don't see it down here at the shelter station. This is just random stuff that we've collected throughout the entire playthrough. Okay. Whatever, game. Well, even though we constructed it, we cannot send 2 people out. Let me end another turn just to make sure. Alright, produced within the shelter. Map station level 2. We can still construct it. Let's just try to send Frank. And then we'll try to send Daphne, who's right here. Yeah, we can't interact with it at all. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. If you should happen to scavenge during the day while overheating, you get sunstroke. The delirium makes focusing difficult and the chances of making a mistake goes through the roof. Chance of health loss when crafting. Treated by recovering rest at the rest area. Alright, so that's the latest update of Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. Let me know if there's a specific content you want to see, if you have questions about a certain topic, or you just want my opinion on something. Thank you very much for listening to Tran Talks About Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. I'll see you next time.